We finally have a lands policy, but why should you care? Because you need to know what your land rights are, and you need to know what the government intends to do about your land rights. So in today's video, I'm going to take you through some of the key highlights of the lands policy and what this means for you. So don't go anywhere. If we haven't met, my name is Natasha. I'm the founder of Diaspora Connect, and on this channel I like to give you information and inspiration on the Zambian property market to help you in the diaspora buy property back home in a safe and reliable way. So in today's video, I'm going to take you through the land policy because I think this is such an important document. All of us as Zambians, regardless of where we live, need to know what this document says and how it's going to affect our property rights. Let's start by asking ourselves, why did we need a land policy in the first place? Why was it important to have one? Well, there were a number of problems and challenges. There are a number of problems and challenges when it comes to land and property administration in Zambia. Alright, so one of the first problems that we have is that, guys, our population is growing exponentially, and most of our population wants to live in urban areas. We are a highly urbanized population. So now in these urban areas where we are all moving to, all migrating to, there is so much pressure on the land resources. One of the other reasons why we needed a land policy is that a lot of our laws and regulations are so old and so outdated, and they definitely need an overhaul, but they need an overhaul which is under some kind of context and framework. And because our laws and regulations are so outdated, so many of our processes are manual, and there's actually no provision for e-processes or e-filing or digitization of documents. And I'm sure for you guys living abroad, this can cause a huge challenge. One of the reasons also why it was important to have a land policy is because a lot of councils or local authorities are not really able to open up new areas under their jurisdiction to allocate land to you and me, or to even investors who want to come into their areas. They're really limited in their ability to do so. Another factor is that I don't know if you guys know this, but actually most of our land in Zambia falls under the chiefs. And so they are a key stakeholder when it comes to land administration in Zambia. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of the maps that actually demarcate where the chiefdom lies, even those are outdated. So these are just some of the reasons why it was really important to do an overhaul of the land administration system and to actually come up with a land policy. Now, I know for you, if you live abroad, you might have your own challenges that you have faced whenever you've been interested or actually bought property. And I'd like to hear from you in the comments. What are some of the challenges you have faced that you think a policy needs to address? So comment below and let me know. Given all these challenges that government was facing, that we are facing as a people, there was just a general feeling that land administration is just really not serving the needs of the people. And so government consulted with hundreds of stakeholders. They had consultations over a number of months, and they finally came out with the land policy a few months ago. And so now that I've given you the rationale of why it was needed, I want to get into some of the key highlights of this important document. So let's start with the vision. Vision of the policy is to have a transparent land administration and management system for inclusive, sustainable development by the year 2035. So you can see they're taking a medium-term view of roughly about 15 years to the policy. And what is the rationale of the policy? Well, it's envisioned that the policy will open opportunities for every Zambian to access and secure their interests in land regardless of their status, Further, it's anticipated that the policy will strengthen security of tenure and enhance management of land resources. So I think that's really interesting that they said that it should open opportunities for every Zambian regardless of their status. So that includes you and me, friend. Now that we've looked at the vision, we've looked at the rationale of the policy, I just want to pick out 5 key policy objectives that I am most interested in and that I am most excited about. The first objective that I want to share with you is improving security of tenure. What does that mean? That basically means improving your land rights in your property. How does government intend to do this? Well, it wants to improve the way the state allocates land and the way chiefs allocate land. Remember, I said that most of the land is actually under chiefs. So the policy aims to improve just how land is allocated. The other thing that the policy wants to do in order to improve security of tenure is strengthen mechanisms for registering and issuing title deeds. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, if you've been following us for a while, you'll know that that's one thing I'm always harping on about, which is title deeds. So here in the policy, it's actually saying that it wants to improve the way title deeds are issued. Why is it important to improve security of tenure? Because we all want to be secured in our land rights. You and I want to know that when we own property, we own it and it's ours. Sometimes the way that land is allocated, whether it's by government, whether it's by chiefs, it can feel really arbitrary, right? If the way land is allocated is improved, then hopefully this will also reduce the number of land disputes. The second policy objective that I want to share with you that I personally am really excited about is that the policy wants to increase the accuracy, the convenience, and the affordability of land being registered. And how do they intend to do this? Alright, so they actually want to decentralize land administration to the provinces and to the districts, which I think is really, really good news. They also want to digitize all land records and have a robust land management system. So that's digitizing, making sure that everything is actually on a national database, a national platform. And then the other way that they want to do this is to disseminate information on land allocation and statistics. So having real data available. And one reason why this is important is because at the moment we only have 2 offices where we actually deal with land matters, and that is Lusaka and Ndola. So can you imagine that? For the whole country, we only have Lusaka and Ndola. So decentralizing to the provinces and to the districts is going to be really, really important just for everybody to have access to land. Most of our processes are manual, so by digitizing land records, this is really a step in the right direction so that we can have more and more e-processes. And that's really important for you if you live abroad, because you want to be able to log into some kind of database and actually view what the status of certain land is or what the status of your property is. So hopefully the policy will go that far to have a database where we are going to have access to statistics and data. That's really good news, guys, because it means that we can become more informed and smarter property investors. The third policy objective that I want to highlight is that the policy wants to facilitate land ownership by Zambian citizens in order to promote decent livelihoods and economic development. They want to ensure timely issuance of certificates of title. The government also intends to disseminate more information, that is, share more information on how to acquire land and also the benefits of acquiring land. The objective is for Zambians, regardless of status, to be entitled to land acquisition. And so if you're in the diaspora, you are entitled to land, just the way that for me who lives here, I'm entitled to land. So I think this is a fantastic policy objective. I always get excited when I hear things about more efficient issuance of title deeds, so timely issuance of title deeds. I think this is a great measure that government needs to aspire to and need to push towards. If government is planning to disseminate information on the procedures of how to acquire land, even the benefits of owning land, then guys, this makes my job a lot easier, because now you're going to have an official government document telling you how to acquire land. I know that when you live abroad, the process can seem so confusing, it can seem so puzzling, and there's so many people telling you different things, and actually sometimes I even come across real junk, like garbage, on what you should and shouldn't do. So to have government step into this space and actually give clear guidelines and procedures, I think it's a great policy measure to have. One of the fourth policy objectives that I want to talk about is that the policy wants to improve the way the land market actually functions so that it can be more beneficial to the economy. And how do they intend to do this? Well, they actually want to collaborate with local authorities so they can give out information on the land markets under their jurisdiction. And I love this because it really takes things down to the local level. They also intend to create an asset base of the property market. I mean, talk about having more information about what's available and where to invest. Fantastic. This one I think is so critical. The policy aims to have a code of conduct, guys, a code of ethics for valuation professionals and estate agents. And on top of that, it aims to have an updated register of valuation professionals and estate agents. And lastly, what they want to do to improve the way the land market actually operates is to publicize information and data on the latest property trends. Why is this important? Why should we care? Because the more information that we have on the property sector, then the better investors will make, right? Information is power. And right now in our property sector, we just don't have enough of it. So to have government data, government information on property trends, because let's face it, they are the custodians of data. They will be able to give us the most data that anyone can provide. This is going to be really exciting for all of us who want to get into the property market or grow our portfolios in the property market. The fifth policy objective that I want to tell you about is actually my favorite, and that is ensuring that there is gender sensitivity in land allocation and also youth friendliness. Not only that, but the policy wants to include people living with disabilities and other marginalized groups. How do they intend to do this? They want to make sure that 50% of land that is reserved for land allocation goes to women and 20% goes to the youth. On top of that, they actually want to bring down the contractual age when young people can own property from 21 years old down to 18 years old. Why is this important? Do I even have to say it, guys? Women need to own more property. So we need to know that government is going to support us in doing this. And that's why I said we all need to know what is in this document. Women are marginalized and they do need some help in securing their position, securing their financial future, their children, their homes, by being able to own property. So important for the youth to also be recognized in this way, because Zambia, like a lot of other African countries, has high youth unemployment. So by empowering them through land ownership, I think that this is a really significant step. Okay guys, so I've taken you through 5 of my key highlights of this policy. Let me know what you think of these policy objectives so far. I would love to get your views. Please put them in the comments section below this video. Now, of course, it is a policy document. What is really going to make a difference is implementation. That is the most important thing. We can get excited over the document, we can see words, but they are just words on paper. Until we see these policy objectives and measures coming into place, then, we really can't get so excited yet. And of course, it's going to take some time. Rome wasn't built in a day, Lusaka wasn't built in a day. It'll take some time for these objectives to be implemented. But you can best be assured that I will be keeping an eye out for you and keeping you updated when things do start moving under this policy document. I'll be letting you know exactly how it affects you, as always. So we had to interrupt this video to make an important announcement, which is we actually have a copy of the land policy which we can share with you. So we're going to include a link below this video in the description, and if you just provide your name and email address, we'll email a copy of the land policy to you so that you can see these policy measures for yourself. Now back to the video. Alright guys, so I hope you found this video informative, useful, interesting, exciting. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with other Zambians in your community. The more of us who know about these things, then the better. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button, guys, because I know some people sometimes miss our new videos, and we're really working hard to try and have more videos updated on a regular basis on this channel. So click the notification button so you don't miss any of them. And if you just want more information on the property sector or how we can help you if you live in the diaspora, then please visit our website. Again, all the links are below. We have tons of free resources for you there, or you can connect with us on social media because we love to chat with you there. But otherwise, bye for now.